Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the next day of the Daily Blogs. We've been not doing a whole lot of overlanding-ish stuff today, but we did have one project on our list that we thought we'd knock out, and wanted to bring you along for.
Is it the rock hard 4x4 box?
Nope, not that. That's tomorrow. That is tomorrow. Nope. Recovery gear inventory. We have 3 rigs. All 3 rigs need a complete set of recovery gear. And so what we thought we'd do is completely gut all the recovery gear that we have and make sure it is divided up accordingly.
Is my bottle jack down there?
Your bottle jack technically isn't a recovery gear.
I mean, technically you're going to need it if...
It's right there. It's right there. Yeah. Every rig does have their own bottle jack. Mine is in mine. Hers is down here in the floor, waiting for her Jeep to come back from being ceramic coated. And Upton's is in Upton.
Yep.
So we all got the bottle jacks. Actually, Upton has 2 bottle jacks.
Yeah.
Because reasons. So let me show you what we have. And then we'll get into dividing them up and where they go and
I'm
that
kind
sort
of
of stuff.
concerned about some of this gear.
Some of it's old.
Yeah. And that stuff probably should be replaced and not...
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Good.
I think you'll be able to tell which gear is specifically for Rin.
I see a color theme.
We'll start on the right-hand side. What we have here are 4 kinetic ropes. I recently replaced mine and threw my old one away. But 4 kinetic ropes, a 1-inch kinetic rope, a 1 1/4 inch kinetic rope, and 2 7/8 inch kinetic ropes. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
That one should be tossed.
1, 2, 3. Toe straps. I think they're all 3 30-foot long. Obviously, one of these is brand new because it's still in the thing. This actually came in Kara's new Jeep. It is a Jeep branded toe strap, and for some reason it's white. That won't get dirty at all. This one I've had for I don't know how long. It has been in the mud and muck and definitely should be retired. And probably will be after this video.
Why don't you just toss it now and you commit? Otherwise, you're going to hoard it.
Well, because we don't have a toe strap for the Ross Monster.
And that sounds like we have problems that we have to address at more expo.
You're not wrong. All right, so this, but yeah, I mean, we'll all be together. So this one, this Rugged Ridge toe strap has served me well. We have one 40-foot winch line extension that I just made out of a brand new winch line. A second 40-foot winch line that I just made. A brand new, obviously because it's still in the straps, 75-foot winch line. This is a, what is this, 1 inch? No, 1/2 inch diameter. This is smaller than that. 1/4 inch? Can't remember what winch line. I think it's 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. This is specifically for the Ross Monster. We have 1, 2, 3 tree straps, so that's good. We have 1, 2, 3 donuts. 1 offset donut from Yankum. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, wait, that red one is actually good.
That is not good.
It is actually good.
That's not good.
You're messing up my inventory.
Well, your inventory is crap because we're not going to count it.
No, that red one is actually good. That's a good tree. That's a good soft shackle.
No, it's not.
It actually is.
No.
Just because it's good. Bring it back.
No.
I'll tell you why. Bring it back.
Okay, we're bringing it back, but then it's going back.
Bring it back.
Okay, I'll bring it back, but we're not going to use it.
Okay. Soft shackles. We do have an abundance of soft shackles, which is good. We have
me out because how the beep is this still good?
because that's just a coating. That is purely coating. That is a rubber coating. That's this under this. All the fibers are actually still really good on this. This is I would trust this in a recovery.
You know what they
because
say?
this is just a coating.
You know what? So is my weight whenever I was heavier. It's just a coating.
It's not the same.
This is
no,
not
the
good.
fibers. It's all about the fiber. The fibers on that are solid.
We're not keeping it.
Yes, I am.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Look at that face. Isn't it beautiful?
It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. No, ma'am.
I'm about to go walk it to the trash right now.
You're just judging. You're judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, look at it.
The looks don't matter. It's the quality of the fibers.
Guess
and
what?
the fibers are all
Go
intact.
buy another book or get another ebook
Oh my
because
gosh.
this isn't. No, this is.
Okay.
Watch me walk away.
She's going to the trash can. That's a. Soft shackle inventory. We have one. This is a Yankum Super Shackle. This I'm questioning this. See, this one has torn fibers.
Yeah.
This one's bad.
You know what?
This one
Okay.
This one has torn fibers.
This is a good example of why you should inventory your stuff.
This is why we're doing this.
Preferably before it gets to this point, because it shouldn't have been in his recovery gear as this.
That usually doesn't get used. Let's see. This is a soft shackle that I made. It's actually still in good condition. I made this soft shackle. It's in good condition. We have one. We have this one. This one. We have these 3 orange ones. I don't know where this one came from. I know where these 2 came from. Those are in good shape. We have 3 brand new purple soft shackles. You can guess where those go. Yep. Then these soft shackles are specifically for Upton. We have a super shackle, a longer.
What makes it super?
This little piece right here. You can wrap these around hard and abrasive objects. So if you want to put this around like an axle.
Like your husband's neck? Hard and abrasive.
I don't know why I include her in these videos. But it's got.
They love me.
But it's got the little hard coated sleeve here for putting it around things that otherwise would tear the fibers on a soft shackle. That's why it's called super shackle, because you can use it in places where you couldn't use a normal soft shackle. And then a regular soft shackle. These are all higher diameter. What is this? Yeah, another 1/2 inch diameter for the weight of the Ross Monster. And the Ross Monster does not have a rear recovery point for reasons that I do not know. So we've got the Yankum rear recovery insert thingy majigger. Let's see. We have one hard snatch block, which I don't like using these on synthetic winch line, but if you need one, it's good to have just one. So we've got one hard non-donut snatch block. As long as you don't get the fibers pinched in there, you're fine. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bow shackles. I did learn that I had 0 bow shackles in
I
Sully.
actually have 6. I have 2 mounted on our end.
Well, yeah, I do. I have 2 that live on the back bumper.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 that live on the back bumper of yours.
Mine are actually the moose knuckles, so they split.
Yeah.
They're a little different.
Yeah. But we're not counting those as inventory because they live there. But I mean, you can take them off if needed. You can't really take the moose knuckles off, though.
No, because, I mean, you can. They're just
They're just a
bolted.
pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Until they kind of bolt in and don't ever move. Yeah. Did learn that we have I found one shovel. This is the shovel that lives in Sully. Where's your shovel?
A shovel?
Yeah. A shovel is one of the most important recovery tools.
I should have it in my drawer over there.
Is it in here? We've still got some
I
remnants.
should have 2, actually.
Is it a little folding shovel, or are we talking about the big shovel?
I'm talking about, no, it's not folding. It's
The bigger shovel. I don't know where those are.
They should be there.
Do they fit in here?
Yeah.
No?
I'm gonna remove all that crap.
They're not in here.
Then, I mean, I would not have gotten rid of that.
No, I don't. They may be in storage. I don't know where they are. I don't see them. Okay, we got to find those shovels.
Yeah, because those are good shovels. I mean,
They're great shovels.
Super light.
But a shovel is one of the most important pieces of recovery gear that you can have, because it can dig you out of the muck. It can dig you out of sand. It's just
your poop.
used for pooping. And it's very versatile. But you need to have a shovel. I love this shovel. It's one I got from Amazon, but it is a folding, or not, it doesn't fold. It expands out. I've only used this once, honestly, in recovery in Idaho, but it's a very solid, very portable, packable shovel. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a new pair of gloves in my Jeep. But gloves are very important. Okay, what we need to do now is inventory what goes where. I think your stuff is obvious.
Yeah.
We make sure. So this is yours. I did mention the gloves. That's yours. So you have three soft shackles, 2 bow shackles there in your bag. You have a purple kinetic rope. That is yours. I'll put that there. You do need a donut. Do you have a preference in donuts?
Flip it. What is that
That's just black. There's no branding on it. Okay, your donut. That's my donut. One of these winch extensions is yours.
It came out of my winch line.
It did. You have a 40-foot winch extension, and this was your tree strap.
And then that.
This was your tree strap. That you
I
had.
don't love that it's yellow.
I know. I mean, would you rather have orange?
No.
Okay. Yellow it is.
This
That's for Upton. That's all this. Yeah. And then your Jeep toe strap.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, so for Sully, this is my tree strap.
Probably could use another one.
It's been used a lot, but it's in good condition. There's no frayed fibers or anything. It's not torn like that toe strap was. This is Sully's kinetic rope. For things like soft shackles and tree straps, toe straps, it is very important that they are sized appropriately, but if they are oversized, it's not a big deal. Like I can use one of these 1-inch soft shackles that we've got for Upton for the Ross Monster with no issue. There's no big deal in using a bigger soft shackle. Using a smaller rated soft shackle, like if I had one for an ATV, that you would never want to use with your Jeep or your 4Runner or whatever. So appropriately sized, but if things like this are sized bigger, that's fine.
It's not smaller.
Definitely not smaller. Now with kinetic ropes, that is where sizing is very important. Because if I use this on the Ross Monster is big enough and has enough power that it could snap this. A Jeep, because it's just going to pull this sucker like a rubber band and could potentially snap it. A Jeep, this is the 7/8, yeah, 7/8, is the appropriate sizing for like a Jeep, a 4Runner, a typical, small SUV, mid-size SUV kind of, mid-size pickup truck kind of thing. Because it's the right size to get enough stretch out of this to allow it to do its kinetic thing and pull a vehicle out. If I were to use this with the Jeep is not big enough or have enough power to stretch this. So if I were to hook this up to my Jeep and use it as the pulling vehicle, I might as well hook up a tow strap or a chain, because this is not going to stretch under the load that the Jeep can put on it. And it's all about the vehicle doing the pulling, not about the vehicle that's being recovered. So if I'm in the Ross Monster recovering a Jeep, I'm using this because the Ross Monster will stretch this and it will pull the Jeep out. If I'm in the Jeep recovering the Ross Monster, I'm using this because it has enough load to recover the Ross Monster, but the Jeep it's small enough for the Jeep to be able to stretch this and provide kinetic energy for the recovery. I hope that all made sense. And then this is an oddball 1-inch. That'd probably be appropriate for a standard, like Ford F-150, Tundra. I don't really even remember why we have this. All right, so for Sully, tree strap, kinetic rope, I'm going to put this tow strap in Sully. This is Sully's winch line extension. This is Sully's. This lives inside for me to grab real quick. I'm going to put these two. Actually,
I think it's good to have a quick side note that you said to grab real quick.
All of this should be real quick.
Something should be easily accessible at all times. That's the Adventure Tool Company bag that I just got. That's going to be fitting my soft shackles, a couple of
your hard shackle, your D-ring, the bow shackles.
Yeah, they're going to go underneath my seat with some gloves. I can just toss it out to somebody.
Yeah.
Very
I keep
tree
strap. I keep tree strap, toe strap in a tote right in the back. Soft shackles. I keep I have an abundance of soft shackles. 1, 2, 3. Where's my? Oh, 4.
But I'm gonna have some of this stuff now going in my back seat, so I can then grab that bag. Because sometimes even for a Wrangler, your tailgate can't be opened if you're in a certain situation.
No, we've been in those situations. Same with that's why I won't keep recovery gear in my drawer, because I could be butted up against a tree and not be able to open the tailgate. That means that recovery gear is not accessible. So make sure your recovery gear is accessible.
And that includes a fire extinguisher.
That does include a fire extinguisher. Absolutely. Let's see. This is Sully. I'm gonna say Sully's has potential to be in the most recoveries and help. That didn't mean it like that.
I didn't
mean it like that.
I didn't say anything.
But is this? Yeah, that fits there. All right, that's the offset is going in Sully. No, it's not. That's going in Upton. That's going in Sully. And then I need one of those in Sully. This is Sully's.
Are you putting one of those in Upton?
Yes.
Okay.
So that.
Maybe my gloves.
All these go in Upton. That's Upton's. And this is your gloves. This is Upton's. This. I think I'm gonna put this in Sully, just to have a spare.
Why are you keeping that?
Because maybe we come across somebody that's got a steel winch cable, but they don't have a snatch block. It's just one of those better to have and not need than need not have. So I'm not running a steel cable through a donut.
I don't want to run steel cable or anything.
No, but some people run steel cable.
Yeah.
This is Kara's recovery bag. It's from, what is it? Adventure Tool Company. We met these guys we've seen them at a lot of the Overland expos. I don't know or think they'll be at more expo, which is unfortunate. Because I need to I love their bags. But her stuff just goes in here. So one bow shackle there, one bow shackle there. Her donut goes in there. Her soft shackles feed in there. Let's see, tree strap, gonna go in there. Ha! Tree strap went in there. Her extra winch line, I don't know if it'll go in there or not, I don't think it will. And then her gloves go in there. Like that with that. And that goes like that.
Are you good?
I am good. There you go. There's your bag.
Yeah. And it's
I got your tree strap in here too. And your gloves.
That's like a one-handed bag. Did you know that? Yep.
But look at that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I need one of these. I need to get one of these.
Yeah, I'm excited about my bigger bag. And that's what also holds my tools.
That's true. It does.
Not sponsored.
Nope. All right, there's that. I'm just gonna set your stuff aside,
Yeah.
and you can
Here, you wanna hand it to me? I'll put it in here.
put it up tomorrow.
Well, I can go ahead and put it. Did you put my gloves in here?
Gloves are in here.
Okay.
Yep. All of the Ross Monster stuff goes in this awesome big bag. Yank them. It all just kind of goes in there together. I honestly need to and will be looking for a bag for just the soft shackles, the tree strap, for just this stuff. Because it's kind of a pain in the butt to pull this great big bag out when you just need a soft shackle or a bow shackle. So things like my winch line extension and kinetic rope, those aren't used as often. I mean, the kinetic rope could be. Kinetic ropes get used quite a bit, depending on if you're with a group. But if I need to fish out the kinetic rope, I'll have time for that. Because if I'm using this kinetic rope, then I'm recovering someone else. I'm not the one being recovered, most likely. So, but tree strap, soft shackles, all this stuff needs to be in a separate bag that's easier for me to grab. And actually, I've got a place. I'm probably going to go ahead and throw these two things behind the driver's seat. Oops. Put a pair of gloves in there. Which of these fit me? Perfect. Even though we travel mostly together, and mostly, I'd say mostly with another vehicle, at least one Jeep with us, there are going to be plenty of times where, obviously I'll be out in my Gladiator by myself. There will be times when Kara's out by herself in her Wrangler. There will be times when we are out in just the Ross Monster and leave the Jeeps behind. So, and because especially the Ross Monster compared to the Jeeps, they're all sized differently. Every vehicle needs its own recovery bag, where everything has its place where it stays and lives. So that, because if I'm depending on, hey, we're going out in Kara's Wrangler, let me grab my gear out of Sully, chances of forgetting that, pretty high. And so don't want to do that. But there we go. That bag is ready for that. I'm going to put those behind the driver's seat. Now, all this goes in Sully, and I don't have a fancy bag for that. Here's something I need to point out when you're looking through your recovery gear, because I found this receiver hitch recovery point in the drawer of Sully. Forgot I had this, but notice something with this one. There you go. There you go. See what you can see there, and compare that. And I don't even know what brand this is. I don't know where I got it. Compare that to this one from Yankum Ropes. Notice something different there. Most people these days are using synthetic winch line. This has hard edges, very angular, 90-degree angle, not sharp, but quite abrasive edges. If you put a soft shackle through this, you could break it. And that is true for the recovery points on your bumpers. Very few bumpers have recovery points that are beveled, like this one is. So this has a nice beveled edge here. So a soft shackle or a winch line or whatever, but a soft shackle especially, can go in here and it's not going to break. There's nothing here that's going to rip those fibers because of the bevel and the radius in this. This, not good for synthetic line. This, made for synthetic line. I would bet 9.8 times out of 10, your recovery points on your bumpers are going to be like this. This is why you need to have bow shackles in your recovery point. I can hook a soft shackle directly up to that in a receiver hitch, a recovery situation, and it's great. This one, I need to put in a bow shackle So this is not abrasive against a soft shackle. Or I could just hook it directly to this, whatever, the winch line or whatever. But if I'm using soft shackles, I can't go directly to this. I need this to be able to do, to attach my winch line to. So be careful of this. That's why if you put, and we've actually had this happen on Kara's last Wrangler, a soft shackle was just threaded through the hole on her rear bumper. Her rear bumper recovery points looked like that. That soft shackle snapped under the load of the recovery. So pay attention to this. For Sully, most of my recovery gear goes in this tote. It lives in the bed. It's got a lid to protect it from the elements, and keeps all my stuff, most of my stuff, dry. So, tow strap, my winch line extension, that stays there. This, if I need it. Then my tree strap, and that goes go down there too. And we'll do one soft shackle. So here's my, this is my recovery box. This, you know what, I'm gonna put this in here too. That is very much recovery gear. So all that lives in there. And this goes right there. Easy to access. I can just pull the lid, grab stuff out. I don't have to pull the tote out if I don't want to, but I can if I need to. In this, I keep my gloves, I keep 2 soft shackles, and I keep my donut. Because typically if I'm in a recovery situation, these items right here are 80% of the time going to be all I need. Tree strap would be the exception. Tree strap used to live in here, but it got all wet and dirty and then smelly. So tree strap now lives in that box. On the top, it is the top thing on the box, so I can just open it up, pull the tree strap out. But all of this is easy for me to access, which is critical. My kinetic rope is something I need a better home for. I used to live in here, this little side pocket, but with my kitchen tote, if I have to access my kinetic rope, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get out. So I need a better bag that's actually kind of waterproof. Actually, now that I think about it, I may have a dry bag up in the attic. I'll have to look. But for now, I'm going to just use this bag under my tent. It'll pretty much keep it dry. And then push it back there. And that way my kinetic rope can be accessible. And easier to get to, and pretty much stay dry and not get all nasty. And then I like to keep 2 soft shackles here, just in case. It's just a place that I thought, oh, that's a good place to keep soft shackles, and so I threw a couple there as well. And Upton's recovery bag lives here. Not the most accessible because of all the other gear that has to live in there too. But it wouldn't take too long to get that stuff out. And then I put these 2 soft shackles here on the back of this molly panel on the rear seat for quick access. So that should be good. All right, well that's it. I hope this was at least helpful in trying to think through your recovery gear. This was just a good time for us to inventory everything. Now that we've got the new Wrangler getting ready to, be gone from the house for a very long time. Just wanted to inventory everything, make sure each rig was properly equipped and ready to go. We did find a couple holes, in our setups. I need a better bag for my kinetic rope, little things like that. But let me finish with this. I talked about the different, about sizing your recovery gear properly, but also make sure you buy quality recovery gear. Our preferred brand is Yankum Ropes. Not all of our gear is Yankum Ropes, but I feel like some of the most important things that we have are Yankum Ropes. All 3 of our kinetic ropes are Yankum. Soft shackles, for the most part. Kara found the purple ones, but we know that they were, sized properly and everything. But don't go buy your recovery gear from Amazon. or at least unless you're buying name brands. But buy good quality brands for your recovery gear. I mean, that's one thing you're buying that literally could be a life or death kind of thing. So buy good quality recovery gear. I mean, some of it's expensive, but I think when you're, trying to save $100,000 rig, a few extra bucks for a quality soft shackle, probably worth it. So, tomorrow we get Ren back and we have to install rock rails on hers. Her seat delete arrives tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get that installed as well. And then we've got some odds and ends things to do before we head out for Moab. And today's Wednesday, so we've got 2 full days to get ready. And then Saturday we head out to Moab. So I'm pumped. I'm so excited about this trip. Be sure and follow along with us. Subscribe if you're not. And check and see if you're subscribed. The bell notification, make sure it's pressed. YouTube's just not recommending stuff like they used to. For reasons. I get messages saying, hey, you still making videos? I haven't seen your stuff in my feed, because YouTube's just being weird. So click the bell notification and then you will get notified when we upload new stuff. So anyway, do that. All the important links are down in the description for Patreon if you want to consider supporting the channel. AMW Hemi conversion link if you want to reach out to them and talk to them about making your Jeep so much better. Discounts and all of our sponsors and stuff, links are down there. So go check those out. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.